Lincoln County woman seriously injured in a dog attack earlier this week has come back home. What she told us after being released from the hospital this afternoon.
An important deadline in the future of the Centrepointe development is quickly approaching, so we asked Lexington Mayor Jim Gray where things stand with the project.
Well, who should get the keys to the Kentucky governor's mansion? A new WKYT Herald Leader Bluegrass Poll reveals where it stands between Matt Bevin and Jack Conway.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening to you. She survived a brutal attack by a pack of dogs. Only WKYT was there when a Lincoln County woman returned home from the hospital today.
Loretta Stevens suffered serious injuries in the attack in her garden on Monday. She talked to us briefly as she arrived home this afternoon. But first, a warning. You may find some of this video disturbing. Victor Puente has our top story at 6.
Loretta Stevens returned home around 3:30. She was nice enough to talk to me despite the pain she's in. Our interview only lasted a few seconds as she thanked the people who've been taking care of her since she was attacked by a pack of dogs Monday morning. The wounds on Stevens' legs and shoulders are minor compared to the injuries to her arms. Her daughter showed me a picture from the hospital, and you could see her muscles and chunks of skin that had been torn away. Stevens told me her attorney asked her not to speak about the attack, but she did want to thank the people who had helped her.
The hospital's been real good to me. They done real good to me. Yeah, been real good. Ambulance driver's been real good. Everybody's been real good to me. Yeah, I appreciate everybody's help.
Lincoln County Sheriff Kurt Folger says the dogs that attacked Stevens were owned by Christopher Pope and were being kept behind a nearby home that no one was living at. Pope is charged with harboring a vicious animal and animal cruelty. Stevens' mother showed me the path she crawled back to her home after that attack. 6 of those dogs are now at the Lincoln County Animal Shelter. A 7th was shot and killed. Stevens says she has several more surgeries planned, including skin grafts.
Hurt real bad. Hurt real bad. I need to go in and lay down. I hurt real bad. My mom's taking care of me.
Christopher Pope bonded out of the Lincoln County Jail earlier today. It's possible he may face more charges in Boyle County for a separate group of dogs that police found in a home that has since been condemned. In Lincoln County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Christopher Pope has a status hearing in Fayette County tomorrow on a case from last year. He is charged with trafficking a controlled substance and being a persistent felony offender.
Those who knew him say they can't understand why. Tonight, we are learning more about a man police say stole a car in Scott County with a baby inside and then led police on a chase. Police say 35-year-old Sidney Fee crashed the car in Madison County and then took his own life last night. The baby wasn't injured. Today, Sam Smith talked to people at a Berea gym where Fee often spent time.
After a carjacking and a police chase, Sidney Fee Jr. took his own life.
You know, we're really sorry to hear that.
He previously worked at Fitness 24/7 in Berea.
You know, his wife used to come in here. They just had a baby. His father used to come in here. They were very nice, very polite.
Police say he stole a vehicle from a gas station in Georgetown. At the time, the driver was inside the store. Her 16-year-old son was pumping gas.
And our perpetrator approached him, hung the gas nozzle up, pushed him away from the vehicle, and then jumped in the vehicle.
An 8-month-old girl was in the back seat. She was found flipped over in her car seat after the SUV crashed into a tree in Madison County. That child was taken to Baptist Health here in Richmond. We're told the child is okay.
Yes, I was present when the child was reunited with the mother and her older brother. That was very satisfying to see that moment.
Those that knew Fee are left wondering why any of this happened.
But anytime somebody takes their own life, it's just, you wish you could know why. Doesn't seem like anything's wrong, and maybe there is. So it's just shocking that that happened.
In Madison County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Police say so far they haven't been able to figure out why that car was stolen from that gas station in Georgetown. New tonight, a Montgomery County mother has been arrested after police say her child tested positive for cocaine. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office charged 32-year-old Stephanie Walker with wanton endangerment. Deputies say Walker admitted she has a problem with cocaine. They say she told them her 8-year-old child never leaves her side. No word on how the child is doing tonight.
The clock is ticking towards a deadline next week in the Centrepointe project. The city agreed to back off from its demand that the Webb companies fill in the excavated block so an unnamed development group could study the project. Those 90 days are up next week. So I asked Mayor Jim Gray on Tuesday, where does all this stand?
I can say that I've observed the project now for almost 8 years, and while it's been turbulent, while it's been challenging, that I'm optimistic today that every effort is being made to encourage this project going forward.
To people driving by, little seems to have changed at Centrepointe since 2 large cranes arrived 7 months ago. The weeds are taller, but nothing else is going up here. By the end of April, patience was running out on the project, which started 7 years ago. Attorneys for the city and the developer fired off letters at each other at that time, threatening legal action. And then a truce of sorts. Both sides agreed to back off for 90 days to allow a development group time to look the project over. Those 90 days are up next week. Mayor Gray says he cannot speak specifically on where things stand right now until that 90-day period is officially over.
What we have agreed to is a period during which the developers can work with financing prospects, those who would potentially finance the prospect. We've agreed to a period during which we would not speak publicly about the project. Now, that doesn't say that I shouldn't speak at all, but it means that we want to give them enough time to get their project, to get as much as they can together, and so that the project will mature.
Dudley Webb has maintained there is plenty going on behind the scenes to push this downtown project forward. He's admitted he's disappointed it has taken this long. In May, he said, as soon as bonds were sold, the parking garage would take 6 months to complete, the office building another 6 months, followed by 2 hotels and apartments. Mayor Gray, who ran his family construction company before getting elected to 2 terms, remains optimistic. I reached out to Dudley Webb this week. He says he has no comment while the 90-day period of talking to financing prospects is still in place. The mayor says that 90 days is up on Monday, August 3rd.
New tonight, a judge has dismissed the case against a Knox County school bus driver charged after police say 2 students brought guns to school. Charles Hans's trial was supposed to begin this morning. He was charged with facilitation to unlawfully possess a weapon on school property, but the judge dropped that charge today, claiming there was a lack of criminal intent. In April, police say 2 students ages 6 and 7 had the guns on Hans's bus. Police claim a student told Hans about it, but he didn't report it. New at 6, results from a new WKYT Herald Leader Bluegrass Poll shows Attorney General Jack Conway leading the governor's race.
But it's a close one with Republican Matt Bevin. WKYT political editor Bill Bryant breaks down the numbers being released statewide right now.
Good evening. Headlining the WKYT Herald Leader Bluegrass Poll is the battle to see who replaces Governor Steve Beshear. In the Republicans' corner, it's Louisville businessman Matt Bevin. And for the Democrats, it's Attorney General Jack Conway. Let's get right to the numbers. 100 days out, the Bluegrass Poll finds Conway with a slight advantage. He leads with 45% compared to Bevin's 42%. 13% remain undecided. Conway leads in the Louisville area and most of central and eastern Kentucky. Bevin's strength, the southwestern parts of the state, along with west central and northern Kentucky. 2 of the biggest challenges ahead for the next governor are the state's pension system and managing the state budget. Voters were split right down the middle on who would do the better job on both of those. And there's a wild card out there. Will independent Drew Curtis, who runs the website fark.com, meet the deadline and enter the race? If so, the Bluegrass Poll finds Conway's lead would expand over Bevin as Curtis pulls away about 8% of the vote.
Right now, Drew Curtis is concerning a lot of Democrats. They think he's sort of left-leaning on a lot of policy issues, and they're worried that he could play sort of a Ralph Nader spoiler-type role. But what's remarkable about this poll is he's polling from both sides. If he gets in the race, the numbers move slightly in Conway's favor.
Now, ahead tomorrow on WKYT News at 5, would Senator Rand Paul win in a head-to-head presidential matchup with Hillary Clinton in Kentucky? For the Bluegrass Poll, Survey USA talked to 1,000 people across Kentucky between July 22nd and 28th. Bill Bryant, WKYT.
For an interactive look at the Bluegrass Poll results, just go to WKYT.com.
We are finally getting a break from the storms today. Some great weather has moved into the Bluegrass. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has an early look now at your forecast.
Getting ready to close out the month of July, and boy, you look outside, it certainly does not look or feel the part of the dog days of summer. That blue sky over top of Lexington right now. The grass continues to be just green as you get with all the rain we've had. That's the one good part about it. Temperature today, right now it's 83 degrees, humidity at 44%. We were at 84% with the humidity at this point yesterday. Northwesterly wind coming at us at 10 miles an hour. That is a drier wind that is blowing across the good old Commonwealth of Kentucky. 82 into Mount Sterling, into Danville and Somerset, so a lot of thermometers are on the pleasant side as we go through the evening. Let's hit the fast forward button on your thermometer, shall we? By 11 o'clock, some upper 60s show up. Look what starts to show up early tomorrow morning. A few areas try to sneak into the high 50s to begin your Friday. Live First Alert Defender, nothing going on across central and eastern Kentucky. That's some good news. We're going to stay dry for the remaining hours of July, so it looks like this month now is going to come in with the 5th wettest July on record, tying that mark with 1935 for the city of Lexington with 9.66 inches of rain. Weather headlines when I come back. The great weather continues, guys. We may get a little cooler in that 7-day forecast. I'll show you when in just a few minutes.
Chris, thank you. While the weather is nice today, it has been a very stormy month across the Bluegrass. Many places reported damage, including Camp Judy Lane near the Menifee-Morgan County line. It's a camp for Girl Scouts. They had to leave after the storms hit. Insurance adjusters are still trying to assess the damage, but one Girl Scout has started a GoFundMe page to raise money to fix the damage and get the camp back in full swing. Girl Scout leaders say she's offered to help many times.
The next morning, when parents were alerted to come pick up the girls, Ava, was pleading to stay. She wanted to help our staff with the cleanup efforts.
Well, the camp is still open for weekend sleepovers. We'll have a link to that GoFundMe page on WKYT.com. We have an update tonight on an abandoned dog found starving outside a Jessamine County apartment building.
If you haven't seen these pictures before, it is really, really sad. As we first told you last night at 11, Jessamine County Animal Care and Control picked up this 6-month-old puppy yesterday. She's now being nursed back to health. Animal Care and Control is still trying to track down the dog's owner, but they told us today they do have some leads. A fundraiser for this dog is being planned for August 15th at the Nicholasville Southern States. The next time you drive by the Kentucky Horse Park, you're going to notice something different. Park workers have started painting those familiar white plank fences black. Nearly 30 miles of plank fences around the park are being painted. Park leaders say the new color will save more than $50,000 a year because black fences are easier to maintain than white ones.